I guess I would tell the world, man, just reach out and love somebody. I mean, just tell somebody, if you ain't told somebody that you love them, just reach out and love somebody and do something for somebody. Because, you know, man, when it all boils down to it, that's what God wants us to do. Some guys tried to kill me one night. It was a real cold night, and they chased me through the woods, and they had some dogs and everything, and they was trying to, you know, they wanted me off the block. Because someone said I called the police on them, but I hadn't. But anyway, it was about 17 degrees out there. It was snowing, and I had took all my clothes off, and I was laying in the woods, and I was close. I don't know. I laid out there about 7 hours, and I was just about dead, and I was about to die from hypothermia, and I cried out to God. I asked God to please save me. You know, I guess when I asked God to save my life that day in laying in the woods, man, He had already prepared these doors for me. And all I had to do was walk through them, and it was like everything was just sitting in motion. And people just started coming out from everywhere trying to help me. And so I decided, Lester, you need to help yourself too. You know, I had to do my part. People at the Samaritan Ministry, they came out and they brought me some boots. They brought me some warm clothes. And they fed me. And I told them I could stay at the shelter for a while till I tried to get myself together. After that first year, they told me I was ready to try to find a job. And that's when Goodwill came into my life.
I met Lester about 4.5 years ago. Lester came into our program. He talked with me about our programs here. He said he wanted to do something. And he said he was homeless. And I asked him about his situation. And I told him the process in getting into our program. He started in our job readiness program. After that, he took our computer basics, and he wanted to know what to do next. While he was waiting on getting into a class he was interested in, and that class was Triad Community Kitchen, which is our culinary class.
I knew of Lester before I met Lester. He was kind of famous in those circles of kind of a lost cause kind of guy who had just recently started to make some progress. You know, he had gotten through the Cornerstone program successfully, and people were really proud of him just for that. If the story had stopped there, it would have been a miracle. But you know, then he came through Triad Community Kitchen, and I think by that time he had been infected with this positive attitude. He really had an attitude transformation, and he was like a sponge. He just soaked up everything we taught him, and it was almost like from day one we knew he was going to succeed.
I went to Triad Community Kitchen for 10 weeks, and I finished second in my class. I started off slow, but I caught up, and I ended up finishing second in my class. Our church was having an event over at the Cross Street at the Benton Convention Center, and we had like 3,000 or 4,000 people over there. And I was standing right up on the sign at the 1-7 Prime sign right there. And I wasn't working here then. And I was talking to one of our deacons, and I said, I put in one application, because that was the place I did my internship. And I was standing there, and I said, Deacon, I'd love to work here at the 1-7 Prime. And I took a piece of bubble gum out of my mouth and stuck it on the bottom of the sign. And it was 1 week later, they called me from here. They said, how would you like to come and work at the 1-7 Prime? I'm gonna tell you what really helped me though, what turned the whole thing around for me, it was just the simplest thing, man. I hadn't seen Tyrone in 14 years. I was sitting out there on that bench, and he walked up and sat beside me, and he put his arms around me and Lester. He said, look at me, man. So I turned around and looked at him. He said, ain't you tired? I said, what? He said, ain't you tired? And I said, yeah, Tyrone, I'm tired. And that was the first time I heard myself say something. That was my cry for help right then. I didn't even know it. It was the first time I got honest with somebody in so long. I was tired. And I ain't looked back. From the day I was sitting on that bench right there, I just been trying to go forward. I've been trying to move forward. Just trying to keep 1 foot in front of the other and do the right thing for somebody else today. It ain't even about me. It's about, can I help somebody else today? And I love Goodwill. I appreciate it. When Miss Rose called me, I fly down there. I do everything. I take clothes to Goodwill. I shop at Goodwill. I spend my money at Goodwill. It's my way of trying to give back. I'm proof that Goodwill works.